part of the circuit. You don't always know exactly which corner it arrives first.
Interestingly, Markus Winkelhock has decided to start this race from the pit lane. That might turn out to be an inspired decision. When the 5 lights go out, we're racing Raikkonen on the right, Alonso on the left. The European Grand Prix is go. Great getaway for Raikkonen. Alonso comes across to cover Massa. They're side by side. Kubica's already passed Heidfeld, his teammate, and it looks like Massa's looking strong as well. He's having to go around the outside of Raikkonen into turn 1. Raikkonen goes very deep. That allows Alonso through past Massa. So Alonso, now Massa comes back at him again. He's in second place. Alonso third, and the two BMWs collide with each other. Hamilton went round the outside there, but Heidfeld spun Kubica, and is Hamilton involved in that as well? Seems to be struggling to get grip in his car. It's probably wet. The wet track, I think, it's troubling.
It's wet there. I think Hamilton's got a left rear puncture. I think he did just tag the BMW. He had a brilliant start, absolutely working out beautifully, up to P4 from P10, and he's got a left rear puncture, I believe. He's got to be careful he doesn't get caught up. There's a Red Bull at the top of the screen going off. It's Coulthard. He's coming back on track through the service road. The track then quite clearly very slippery in places. Massa launched off the line and immediately past Alonso. Hamilton struggling then, he'll turn in and the car will feel horrible down there. What a dismal weekend Lewis Hamilton is having. This has really put him on his back foot, and more contact.
It was Rosberg and Barrichello, I believe. They were battling over 11th places. There's no Jenson Button up there as well. You should see how hard the rain is coming down now. All the field
spinning at the back, two spinning at the back there, up into turn 9. And carnage going on. One of them was the Williams of Rosberg. Will they decide to pit this lap? These grooved tyres do not work well in these conditions at all.
Raikkonen has missed the chicane. He's going to dive into the pit lane, is he? Surely, yes he is. So's Massa, so is Alonso.
Oh, he's gone off, Raikkonen's gone off.
Straight on, he's missed it. He's missed the pit lane. That could cost him victory here this afternoon, without a doubt. He's got to do another lap in these atrocious conditions on dry tyres and on such tiny moments to race his turn. Some people are going through and braving it for another lap. Lots of people into the pits. Massa, Alonso, Webber, Button, Kovalainen, Speed, Liuzzi, Ralf Schumacher, Davidson, and surely Lewis Hamilton also pitting as well. Intermediate tyres going onto the Ferrari, and Raikkonen has stayed out. So has Burtz and Trulli. Alonso is slow away. He's lost the place to Massa. Ted Kravitz.
The place to Massa, but that was in the pits. They came in, McLaren came in, Alonso got out behind Felipe Massa. Lewis Hamilton now also in. Everybody switching on to the intermediates. It's not yet wet enough for the full wet tyres, and Nick Heidfeld comes in very slowly with damage. Barrichello will pass him, but Lewis Hamilton only just got out, and he's behind a load of cars. That has not worked out well for Lewis.
Well, he was a long way down the field. It was a left rear puncture, and that was beautiful for Massa in terms of he was going to have to queue at the Ferrari pit behind his teammate Raikkonen. Raikkonen missed the pit lane, having initially got in there, slipped back out again, and that allowed Massa an unhindered stop. And there is Raikkonen then tippy-toeing around on slicks. What is he doing down at the hairpin? Did he do another lap then? Well, yeah. He must have gone off if that's only as far as he's got in that amount of time.
He must absolutely have done, and as you can see, the Spiker's driving away from him. That Spiker on the wet tyres, and off the track goes Giancarlo Fisichella. So very soon Massa and Alonso will come up to catch Kimi Raikkonen. And well, it's chaos in the early stage of this race. I wonder if that was Winkelhock. Yes, it is, and he's leading the race. He was the man who started from the pit lane, according to the computer. Markus Winkelhock, well, I said it might turn out to be inspired, starting from the pit lane, and on his debut, the 27-year-old in a Spiker is going to come through, is he, and lead a lap. Absolutely extraordinary situation. Kimi Raikkonen, meanwhile, is really struggling. It's very, very treacherous out there. Not sure how long this rain shower is going to last. And there is the man who looks certain to win this race this afternoon. Fate has once again intervened in the life of Kimi Raikkonen. But boy, are we going to get a fight back from him. He's now, look, a lap down on his teammate Massa and on Alonso. Looks like one of the Hondas is very well up there.
Winkelhock does indeed lead as Raikkonen pits. Massa second, Alonso third. Winkelhock's 19 seconds ahead of them, and it is Button up into what is now P4. Jenson Button clearly took his intermediates early on. They're giving it a twist of front wing. You need a different aero balance. You need a little bit more front wing normally with the intermediate tyres to give you some turn in to the corners.
Okay, let's establish the order as we've lost. I think that's Button. Oh no, Jenson Button was running in 4th place. He has gone off on intermediate tyres. So clearly not even enough grip from those. Winkelhock leads, or does he? Spiker flies off the racetrack. Adrian Sutil. Is that Hamilton? It is Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton on lap 3 has gone off, along with the Honda of Button and also the looks like the Spiker of Sutil. Did he hit Sutil, I wonder?
No, they're aquaplaning now. There's so much water, the intermediates. Here comes another one, and this is going to get nasty. They're going to have to put the safety car out. What they're doing now is just aquaplaning off the racetrack. The intermediates will not clear sufficient amount of water, and that is a Superguri that might just live for another day. And the rest of them are all deep in the gravel trap, and there'll be more in there yet unless they slow down. But it's crawling pace you need, otherwise you're in a canoe, you're not in a Formula 1 car.
Well,
Anthony Davison should be able to get reverse and get out of there. Safety car has been deployed. I would not be running out there if I were you, gentlemen. There will be other cars in if you're not careful.
6 cars then stranded down at turn 1. One of them is World Championship leader Lewis Hamilton. The safety car has been deployed by race director Charlie Whiting. Understandably. Oh, that's a big one. That's one of the Toro Rosso spinning round. It's Tonio Liuzzi who makes gentle contact with the tractor, and these are very dangerous moments for the marshals down there.
Crazy to let anything and anybody out there until they've neutralised the race, because everything's going to arrive backwards. You do not want to be going underneath one of those digger trucks. So that is the water then, and still then Winkelhock pits too.
Yeah, Winkelhock comes into the pits for some full wet tyres.
Undrivable. The safety car now, safety car, Nick, safety car.
Okay, so Winkelhock's dived into the pits. He had a 19-second lead over Massa and Alonso, who were running in 2nd and 3rd places, and we wait to see exactly what the order is. We've lost at least 6 cars down at turn 1. One of them is Jenson Button. There is Lewis Hamilton, who simply doesn't want to leave his car. He can't believe that he's out of this race. Looks like he may have kept the engine in, has he? Surely not. Yes, he has. Look at that.
Well,
That's incredible.
He's allowed to be moved from a dangerous position. He's kept the engine running. We know those McLarens will tick over for apparently ever.